Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6.
A historic Yakima building gets new life, how it will create more safe spaces for families.
Plus, an Air Force veteran with 37 years of service runs for Congress in Washington's 4th District. The Democrats plan to flip a Republican stronghold.
Later, Washington lawmakers facing a $2.3 billion budget crisis when they return to Olympia. The controversial solutions on the table.
And from the Kittitas Valley to the Columbia Basin and in between, we're tracking fairly mild weather going into the weekend. More rain for the mountains. What can you expect? I'll have all those details as the news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. I'm Wendy Redmond.
Hi, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. It is January the 9th. Well, first at 6 o'clock, Yakima is witnessing a fresh start this year as the YWCA embarks on an important mission to expand safety and support services for domestic violence victims.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia shows us their plan to repurpose an old community building, adding 112 new beds to better serve those seeking safety.
When it comes to sheltering people who are suffering in domestic violence situations, helping them feel safe and secure is key. Having it be a place of healing also can be a big help. Sherry Kilty, Chief Executive Officer of the YWCA, says the new space isn't just a way to serve others. It's a way to preserve a building in Yakima rich with a history of saving lives.
Saving community treasure because it was the first nursing school in our community, first hospital. It was already set up dormitory style in a sense that there were multiple rooms. So we'll have 42 rooms for people to stay in, families. And it was already a residential place in the beginning, of when the building was built.
This new shelter aims to provide a safe space for anyone fleeing domestic violence.
Women and children. And new to our program is we're also going to have a small space for men and their children that are also fleeing domestic violence. We continue to receive more and more calls from men in those situations, so we'll be able to try to provide some emergency shelter for them because there's really nowhere else for safe shelter for men in the community.
Once the shelter opens, it will operate just like the current one.
People will call our crisis hotline number 24 hours a day. People could also walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and we'll meet with one of our advocates and we'll learn about your situation. And if you're needing that emergency safe shelter, then we will bring you in.
After securing housing, the YWCA works with each person individually to help them regain their footing.
It's really customized in the sense some people come and they might need 1 or 2 days, some people need a week, some people need all 90 days. And we just try to individualize for each person's situation what they really need.
The goal is to complete construction by mid-July, with a few weeks following to finalize housing details so the expanded shelter can welcome community members by September. Reporting in Yakima, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks to support from the community as well as local, state, and the federal government, the YWCA successfully raised the $17 million needed to bring this vital renovation to life.
All right, time now for a check on weather. The weekend is here, and I know a lot of folks out there might be interested in hitting the slopes.
And I heard maybe some people played hooky.
Well, not us.
Not us.
Obviously.
They took some PTO, we'll just say that. And you know what? Perfect day to take advantage of that as we finish off our first week of 2026. This is what it looked like today at noon at White Pass. That's High Camp, 6,500 feet. Check out the folks. Yep, there's quite a few. You see lots of boards and some border skiing in there. So great day for that. Not quite a full bluebird, but you could see the mountain. So definitely worth taking that PTO. All right, Weimar Sky Camp, 30 degrees. Chilly tonight in Yakima. Look at, though nice and calm, winds are light at 7 miles per hour. The feels like temperature there right now is 23, so a chilly night ahead. So do bundle up for that. We're much warmer as you head east. We're in the 40s still in the foothills of the Blues, 38 Tri-Cities, 36 in Hermiston. Look for patchy fog and freezing fog both Saturday and Sunday mornings. That's pretty much the weather forecast for the lower elevations, or just sleep in and miss it all. Here's where we're going to see that heavy fog, especially in the Ellensburg area and between Yakima and Sunnyside in the lower Yakima Valley. Temperatures chilly, like we said, and we're going to get even colder down around the freezing level by 11 o'clock tonight. So dry and quiet through Saturday. Mountain rain comes back Sunday and Monday. It's a Pineapple Express. We're going to be keeping an eye on those rising river flows in the Natchez and Yakima rivers. And we have spring-like conditions going into next week. I'll tell you all about it coming up. Austin, Wendy.
A Democrat is mounting a challenge in Washington's 4th Congressional District, focusing on accountability, community safety, and solutions to pressing national issues.
Yeah, John Dureski stopped by the Apple Valley News Now Broadcast Center today, and we touched on a number of issues, including this week's shooting in Minnesota. Why do you want to jump into this?
Well, I've served my country for 37 years. The oath of office means something to me.
This is John Dureski. He's a Democrat, an Air Force veteran, and he's running for Congress. He's offering a different vision for Washington's 4th District.
Dan Newhouse was a classic old school Republican. I wish there were more Dan Newhouses in Congress, to be totally honest.
Retired Air Force major and project manager, Dureski brings 37 years of government and military experience to his campaign, saying he is ready to tackle challenges from healthcare to economic opportunity if voters send him to Congress.
I'm a Democrat who's concerned about the issues affecting working class people. We need to drag the Democratic Party back to its working class roots.
Dureski says his priorities include protecting rural hospitals, restoring Medicaid access, and bringing accountability back to Washington politics. Issues, he says, hit close to home for many in central Washington.
I'm not a culture warrior. You're not going to get that from me. I won't describe myself as a moderate, but I'm also not a culture warrior.
I asked Dureski about the national debate over federal law enforcement after a 37-year-old U.S. citizen was shot and killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis this week.
Show your face. I'm not mad. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning.
It's a very good question. Obviously, we are all very angry about what ICE is doing right now. I worked in civil service. I understand what it was to uphold the highest ethical standards and uphold the Constitution and laws of our country. And I do not see the people of ICE doing that right now. We also know that we have to reform asylum and provide for border security because we are a country. And so I want to be very serious about this and very open that we've got a lot of work to do and a lot of things to fix.
In a district that has leaned Republican for decades, Dureski says he's focused on reaching voters across party lines with a message of practical solutions and respectful dialogue.
I stand for the Constitution and the rule of law. I stand for doing things. We should be a country led by the people, not ruled. And I am seeking to be the voice of the people.
Dureski faces a crowded field in the 2026 midterms as candidates line up to replace outgoing Republican Representative Dan Newhouse. 2 prominent Republicans are also running, including Yakima County Commissioner Amanda McKinney and Jared Sessler. Do stay with Apple Valley News Now for continuing coverage of this hot race. Wendy?
A local ICE protest is planned for tomorrow in Kennewick. Take a look here. Organizers with Indivisible Tri-Cities say the demonstration will run from 11 till 1 along Columbia Center Boulevard. It's part of a national ICE Out for Good weekend of action. The group says the protest is in response to the deadly encounter involving immigration and customs enforcement in Minneapolis and is meant to call for accountability. Organizers stress the event will be lawful and non-violent. In the meantime, hundreds of people are expected in downtown Yakima at 7:15 Saturday night for a candlelight vigil to honor the woman killed by ICE in Minnesota. Organizers from Yakima Indivisible, Between the Ridges, and the Yakima Immigrant Response Network are all coming together to host this event.
Other news tonight, Washington's 2026 legislative session is right around the corner, and some of this year's bills could bring some major changes to the state.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us what lawmakers have on the table and how it could impact you.
As lawmakers head to Olympia next week, two topics are expected to be at the forefront of this year's legislative session.
The budget does not balance over the 4-year period.
Our revenue forecasts are below what was projected.
The first is the state's $2.3 billion budget dilemma, and specifically the best way to fix it. Governor Bob Ferguson is proposing a variety of ways to make up for the shortfall, including making cuts to several programs and dipping into Washington's rainy day fund, something that some lawmakers are hesitant about.
They are trying to raid the rainy day fund, roughly $1 billion, which is, also reckless and irresponsible for the fiscal health of our state, our bond and credit rating.
But other legislators say they support the governor's proposal, calling it the responsible thing to do in order to fix the deficit. And the second topic that's going to be up for debate is Governor Ferguson's newly introduced millionaire's tax. And that's an income tax, something that Washington currently doesn't have in place. The governor says that he hopes to put a 9.9% income tax on people making over $1 million a year, which is the wealthiest 0.5% of the state's residents. Governor Ferguson says that part of the revenue earned from the tax will go to tax credits for low-income families and small businesses.
I do think that where the people of the state are right now, when it comes to our regressive tax system, I think they're ready for a change and ready to take steps that in the past maybe they did not.
But some critics say they hope the millionaire's tax doesn't pass, as they worry it could become expanded to residents making less money each year. And they also say they believe it would face a legal challenge in the Washington State Supreme Court. Lawmakers will also have to review bills ranging from transportation and schooling to AI and immigration. The 60-day legislative session is set to kick off next Monday. Reporting from Washington State, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Caleb, next steps for lawmakers include February 17th, which is the last day to consider a bill in its House of Origin, and March the 12th, the last day of the session. Still ahead here at 6, is critical mountain snowpack falling further behind? Find out as Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth has the shortages and surpluses. That's in this week's Climate Report.
And Stacy's coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast, getting you all ready for what you can expect as we head into the weekend. Also, scan that QR code you see there right on your screen for the Apple Valley News Now weather app. Stay with us.
Bye, honey.
Morning breath, huh?
Dr. Garcia? Move!
That's millions of bacteria growing overnight.
Crest Pro Health helps prevent oral health issues before they start.
And so much fresher!
Crest.
So what do you think about these?
Yeah, we're gonna take...
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. As your needs change, update your bathroom with aging and accessibility solutions designed to keep the space safe and stylish. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
In our house, love comes in little bites.
Mom, you do this every time.
Quality control. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
All GE appliances are on sale, like this GE fridge, now only $14.99. That's a savings of $1,100. Stop by your local Fred's appliance today and shop the region's largest Get It Today inventory. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Experience winter fun at Silver Mountain Resort. Discover some of the best terrain in the region, just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Relax in a beautiful condo, just a short stroll from the gondola. Dining, exciting water slides, and indoor surfing at the water park, where it's always 84 degrees. Ride North America's longest gondola to epic snow tubing and endless skiing and boarding. Create unforgettable family memories at Silver Mountain Resort. Book today at silvermt.com.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
It is a wild card playoff game.
Texans, Steelers, NFL wildcard weekend. Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
There are monsters out there.
How could the killer just do this and disappear? It's a complete whodunit. He will use every avenue to solve the crime. It's done. He didn't get away with this.
The all-new 2020, tonight on ABC.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
With the mountain snow accumulation we've seen this week, you might think our snowpack numbers would look better, right?
Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth joining us to take a deeper dive into the numbers in this week's climate report.
Let's go ahead and hop right into those seasonal rainfall numbers. Here's what we've been tracking for this time of the year. Here's what we would typically expect for this stretch since October 1st. And if you do a little bit of math, we have seasonal rainfall surpluses, excellent surpluses from Ellensburg to Pendleton, but we're just barely breaking even in the Walla Walla Valley. Now let's talk about the water levels and the snowpack numbers we're seeing in the Cascades in the blue. So we start off in the Cascades in the Yakima Basin. We have 37% more water than you would typically expect for this time of the year. And that severe drought benchmark is when you have 25% less water than you expect for this time of the year. So we're eclipsing this by about 60 to 65 percentage points. That's excellent news. But keep this in mind. If we don't have sufficient snowfall in the mountains to melt into the reservoirs as we head into the spring and summer months, then that surplus is going to go down pretty quickly. We have a snowpack deficit, a big one at that, in the Yakima Basin by about 40 percentage points. And we don't have any snowfall in the forecast over the next 7 days. So this is not a good number. Now let's pivot over to the blues. McKay Dam, the current reservoir levels there, we have 18% less water than you would typically expect for this time of the year. That's getting pretty close to that severe drought benchmark. And the bad news gets even worse because the snowpack is even worse in the blues as opposed to what we're seeing in the Cascades. The Umatilla, Walla Walla, and Willow basins are about 60% below where they should be for this time of the year. So these numbers not all that encouraging, especially with the lack of active weather in the forecast. But hey, there's a lot more winter to go, and we'll be tracking it for the rest of the winter months.
As Josh mentioned, we're not going to see snowfall in the mountains over the next week, so stay with us next Friday to see what that does to the data.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, that didn't stop all those skiers. Today, tomorrow, another excellent day to go to the mountains. Sunday, not so much. I'd really keep a close eye on that if you're heading up to ski. 38 degrees right now, dust level sky cam. Our humidity at 82% and our feels like temp is 38. So it's rather warm. However, a lot of humidity means we could see some fog, freezing fog, maybe even little freezing fog mist through the evening. There you go. Cloud cover coming in. And yes, there's a big system coming coming in. Now, this one, we're not going to call it atmospheric river. We use that title a lot. This is a true pineapple express. This moisture is coming from Hawaii directly at our state. Now, not as strong as we had a couple of weeks ago, but still bringing quite a bit of moisture with it to the west side and to the mountains. Impressive totals if we pick up 2 inches of rain. Now, the problem with that is all the snow, a couple of feet of snow that we got over the last couple of days. It could melt rapidly, so we'll have to keep an eye once again on our rivers, creeks, and streams, the west side of the Cascades, and also on the east side, the Yakima and the Natchez rivers. Now, if you are traveling, pack your rain gear or at least an umbrella for Seattle. It's going to be wet for the next couple of days, but temperatures on the mild side there, 40s at night, 50s during the day. 50s for Portland area, looking for showers more so on Monday. So Oregon coast should be okay, a little overcast, but you could see some showers by Monday. If you're going to Spokane, be aware of this fog in the region, and this is where we could see the freezing fog getting on that I-90 corridor, creating slick roads. So once again, be safe with your travels. Let's pivot to temperatures. It's been warm, I've been saying that, and it's even getting warmer. This to me looks more like a spring, an early spring forecast rather than the middle of the winter time. 35 is your average temperature in Ellensburg. Look at that, nowhere near it. In fact, way above it for the next 7 days. Yakima also feeling a lot like spring, especially on Monday through Thursday of next week. Tri-Cities and Hermiston staying warm as well, well above our average, 10 plus degrees there. Getting a little closer to the average though by next Friday. So we have that little warm front coming in, hanging out. Now it is chilly tonight through the region. We're going to have freezing temps, and that's why we're keeping an eye on fog and freezing fog developing through the area. Pendleton 32, Tri-Cities 29, Yakima 30, Ellensburg 27. Here's your 7-day planner. Mostly cloudy skies, but we'll see some sun breaks once those clouds move through. Slight chance of rain for Tri-Cities on Monday, but just pretty mild and very warm. What it looks like in Yakima is better chances of seeing some rain closer to Monday, as they are slightly closer to the Cascades. Otherwise, staying dry there, very mild temperatures, 40s and 50s. I'm saying if you live in Gulf, if you live in Yakima, you can get out and golf. Go hit Apple Tree over the weekend. The weather is cooperating. Here's what it looks like for Ellensburg. Now, they have a better chance of seeing rain also because closer to the Cascade Mountains, about a 40% chance there. Walla Walla also looking good enough to golf. 55 degrees, a few clouds, I don't know. Just wear a long sleeve shirt, you're good to go in Walla Walla. And Hermiston, very mild as well. Look at 53 degrees on Monday. Yes, this to me looks like April weather, maybe early May.
So what does this mean when we hit April and early May, I wonder?
We'll have to see, you know, maybe it'll be warm or just we get this consistent warm weather, but I'm still waiting on winter. I think we're getting geared up for that.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks. You never know. Maybe February.
Maybe just a little late.
February could be the month.
Right.
Okay. Well, coming up, a mother captures the terrifying moments her son falls from a zip line. The inspection failures revealed when we come back.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
From our family at Bruce Heating and Air, New Year's isn't just a day, it's a moment of magic, reflection, and hope. Another year to bring comfort and care to the community we cherish most.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We're here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
And right here in the Northwest. Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
Good Morning Northwest and GMA. The #1 way to start your day.
Good morning, Northwest.
I take care of the kids, my dad, and things at work. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression, but help is available. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org today.
Can your pad absorb everything and stay fresh? Always Flex Foam can. It's the only pad made with a flexible foam core that locks in blood and sweat while the top stays dry, keeping you up to 100% leak and odor free. See what foam can do for you.
Gillette Labs is just a fancy-looking Fusion 5? No, it ain't. It's Gillette's best shave, and its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer. Hey, Joe, come feel my cheeks.
Dad.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine, how much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-242-3095.
Habitat for Humanity has helped tens of millions of people around the world build their lives on their own terms. We have so much more to do, and we can't do it alone, because all of this starts with home, and home starts with you.
Time to check this out. Parents in Toronto are warning other parents about the dangers of an area zipline park. An 11-year-old checks the harness at the top of the zipline, but he doesn't make it far. His mother recording the frightening moment he was injured. His family says he suffered internal bruising, but is going to be okay.
Oh,
yeah, super scary. Ontario's public safety Ontario's public safety regularly says that Aero Sports Trampoline Park never had the zip line inspected or tested prior to running it.
Oh my goodness, I can't look at that. Okay. Hot dog eating champ Joey Chestnut is preparing to defend another title. Major League Eating just announced he will return to Las Vegas January 31st for the World Bagel Eating Championship. Chestnut currently holds the belt after eating 15 bagels with cream cheese in 8 minutes at last year's contest. Of course, he's best known for winning the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest 17 times. The Bagel Eating Championship contestants will compete for a belt and $10,000 in prize money. Oh, the stomach aches.
Coming up at our 6:30 half hour, Homeland Security calls it a defensive shot after agents shoot 2 people in Portland. The conflicting accounts emerging.
The wild card playoff game.
Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. But I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
These other guys don't have protein like me. Up to 35 grams in my protein bowls, or try my 2 for $6 Jack Wraps. If I'm saying something that's not true, do something about it. Try my protein bowls and Jack Wraps.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's, where they're launching the new year with big-time savings up to 70% off. Or receive 0% interest financing until 2031 with no down payment and no minimum purchase.
So you can get that new furniture you've been wanting at New Year clearance prices. Going on now at Walker's.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten.
Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
My husband and I had planned our dream home, and it was years in the making. I didn't want to just show up at any big box store. We wanted to sit down, and I want you to spend time with us. Like, this is a big investment. Our family spends so much time in our kitchen, and now that we're moved in, we are so pleased with our experience with Fred's, with the product line, and how it really aesthetically added value to our kitchen. Fred's Appliance over-delivered.
Hi, everybody. Jay Leno here. You know, I love doing live stand-up comedy. No politics, no lectures. I'm not giving you my opinion on every issue of the day. Just nothing but jokes. So come by, check it out, and we'll have a lot of fun. Oh, it's clean, too.
Jay Leno live on stage. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Jay Leno live. Friday, April 24th, Legends Casino Hotel.
Come on by. Check out the show.
These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting in Pendleton, Hermiston,
Yakima.
One television station leads the way with local news you trust.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
Next, E.T.
I'm Beverly D'Angelo.
You're doing 80 miles an hour.
Doesn't seem like it, does it?
Slow down!
And this is my E.T. Then and Now.
Plus, counting down to the Golden Globe, Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30.
Washington strengthens wildfire defense with equipment transfers. The early attack strategy aiming to stop small blazes from spreading.
Plus, ground-up training that welcomes beginners. The Tri-Cities program removing barriers to the Ironman competition.
That and more right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
I'm happy it's Friday.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that.
TGIF.
Yeah.
Yep, the weekend is here. We can all rejoice.
I'm ready for the weekend.
It has felt like a little bit of a long week, hasn't it? I think that kind of happens sometimes after the holidays and all
it's a
of
new
that.
year
But hey, at least the sun was shining today. No? No, because he wants winter. I'm sorry. Stacy, you always have a positive spin on things, right? I know he's sad.
Oh, Austin.
I'm bummed about
I've been enjoying the mild winter so far. I know some of our skiers and snowboarders aren't, but you know what? Today was excellent up on the mountains because they got a couple of feet of snow, and you got to get it while you can. That's the motivation for you out there. Locally, though, it's warm-ish for January, 38 degrees right now. Now, it is going to get chilly tonight. There is a lot of humidity in the air, meaning we could see some low clouds and fog later on. Our sunset was at 4:30, so we're gaining more daylight. Temperatures around the region right now, again, we're in the 30s for most of our area, already down to freezing in Yakima and Ellensburg, and pretty warm tonight for Pendleton and Walla Walla, still in the 40s. Look for that patchy fog and freezing fog to develop tonight into the weekend, even on Sunday morning. You could have reduced visibilities through the area less than a mile. So again, use the fog lights, got those white and silver cars. Make sure your lights are on so we can see you. Temperatures chilly as we move through the night. Look at that. We're down around freezing for most of the region. And here's what you can expect for the next little bit. Dry and quiet through Saturday. Cue the Pineapple Express. We have mountain rain, mainly in the mountains anyway, Sunday and Monday. We could see rising rivers once again because the snow is going to be melting pretty quickly with that rain, and very warm spring-like temperatures into next week. I will break that all down for you coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Thank you, Stacy. The Kennewick Irrigation District is giving all of us an update on how water levels are looking in the Yakima Basin.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us where things stand and how it could affect conditions next summer.
As we enter 2026, the Tri-Cities is coming off its third consecutive year of drought, and junior water rights holders like the Kennewick Irrigation District have been closely monitoring water levels across the Yakima Basin. Recent atmospheric river storms have helped refill reservoirs to better levels, giving officials some optimism as the water season continues. But irrigation leaders say additional snowpack in the Cascade Mountains will be key moving forward.
But the reservoir content is much higher than it has been and is strong with snowfall to come. And so we're hopeful that we continue to get snowstorms going through the course of the next several months.
However, McShane says those same atmospheric river storms also created challenges as heavy rain and warmer temperatures caused some of the existing mountain snowpack to melt off.
And actually some of the snow we had in the mountains melted off. And so we were able to capture as much of that as was above the reservoirs, and we're able to capture that in the reservoir. But much of that snowpack we'd had was now gone. And so we've been now having to rebuild and reaccumulate snow.
Officials with the Kennewick Irrigation District tell me that while reservoir levels have improved a bit, there is still a real chance for drought conditions to continue into next summer. And that's why they tell me that storage is more important now than ever.
And really, anywhere below the upper reservoirs in the Cascades, there's really not a place to put the water yet. And so building new storage in the lower basin would help us to be able to capture some of that water we saw flooding down all the way through Tri-Cities.
One storage project currently in the works is designed to help address that problem.
And so like we have a reservoir planned at the Kennewick Irrigation District we call the Central Reservoir Storage. It's a 12,000 acre-foot reservoir. We're in the middle of our environmental review for that site. But that project will allow for us to have more than 10% of KID's annual water use stored right here in Tri-Cities.
The Kennewick Irrigation District says its focus remains on improving water storage and serving the community as it prepares for future drought conditions. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
District leaders say new storage projects and continued snowfall will be critical in building drought resilience as the region heads towards spring and summer demand.
Well, the Department of Natural Resources is boosting wildfire readiness across Washington, and they are doing it by handing over equipment to the communities most at risk. This spring, the DNR will transfer 25 surplus wildland fire engines at no cost to local fire districts. That will help strengthen their early response when fires first spark. The engines are part of a long-running program designed to get resources directly into the hands of frontline firefighters. DNR leaders say quick initial attack can make the difference between a small fire and a major wildfire.
Wildfires are an all of Washington problem, and the role that local fire districts, fire commissions play is essential. As was noted, you're often the first on the scene.
The DNR says the program is especially critical as lawmakers debate wildfire funding, which was cut in half last session. Reductions could mean fewer firefighters, fewer prevention tools, and the loss of early detection systems across the state.
In local living tonight, a Tri-Cities program is giving everyday people a chance to do something extraordinary.
Dan Hansen says Visit Tri-Cities is now accepting applications for a program that helps local residents train for one of the toughest endurance races in the world.
Training for an Ironman isn't something most people imagine themselves doing. But for two Tri-Citians each year, that challenge becomes a reality. Visit Tri-Cities is now accepting applications for its I'm Tri program, a community initiative that gives local residents the chance to train and compete in the Ironman 70.3 Washington Tri-Cities. No prior triathlon experience is required. Visit Tri-Cities President and CEO Kevin Lewis says the program removes financial and logistical barriers, providing nearly $10,000 in coaching, wellness services, equipment, and race entry, all made possible through local partners.
It's just a way to create more depth and more meaning in the Ironman event and filter that really into the heart of our community.
And the impact goes far beyond swimming, biking, and running. For Chris Luttrell, who is healing from PTSD, he says he had a similar support system from family and friends.
My friend who paid for my registration fee didn't just impact my life and my family's life. He impacted the lives of people from around the world. But from what I've heard, people have told me that my journey inspired them. Wow, if Chris can do an Ironman 70.3, I can sign up for a 5K. I can sign up for a 10K. I can sign up for a half marathon.
Past participants have balanced full-time jobs, family responsibilities, and personal challenges, often discovering confidence and resilience they didn't know they had.
You've got to be willing to set aside the time, and you've got to figure out how to carve that into your schedule. Because if you're going to accomplish this, you need to be prepared. It's 70.3 miles. It's a long ways.
Lewis says the 2-year-old program isn't about finding elite athletes. It's about finding people willing to show up, put in the work, and grow through the process.
What are you trying to overcome? What are the challenges that are in your life that you have put you where you are, and how would this change your life?
Applicants cannot have competed in Ironman events before, with Visit Tri-Cities looking for participants ready to start from the ground up. Visit Tri-Cities says the finish line isn't the real goal. It's the growth along the way, and applications are available online for those ready to take that first step. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Again, applications for the I'm Tri program close February 13th, and a winner will be selected 2 weeks after to begin training. We do have a link on our website for you to apply.
All right, we're going to switch gears now. After a woman was fatally shot by an ICE agent in Minneapolis, a day later, 2 more people were shot and wounded by a federal agent in Oregon outside Portland.
That's right. Reed Binion reports.
We are all shaken and outraged.
Portland is not a training ground for militarized agents.
Oregon's governor and Portland's mayor reacting after 2 people were shot by federal agents in Portland Thursday.
A male and a female with apparent gunshot wounds. The patients were transported to local hospital, and their conditions at this time are unknown.
According to a senior law enforcement official, agents from a special operations unit for Customs and Border Protection tried to stop a vehicle with a suspected Tren de Aragua gang member. During the stop, the vehicle began to drive away, striking an agent, the official said. Shots were fired, hitting the vehicle.
It looks like Kohler saying that he was shot twice by ICE, and his wife was shot as well.
No agents were injured. The Department of Homeland Security said in a statement that an agent, quote, fired a defensive shot after the driver allegedly tried to run the agents over. Portland's mayor had this to say about the administration's description of what happened.
We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word. That time is long past. We are calling on ICE to halt all operations in Portland until a full and independent investigation can take place.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Portland's police chief confirmed today the man and woman are in stable condition and expected to recover. All right, coming up next here in our news at 6:30, President Trump meets with oil executives about Venezuela's massive reserves today, the demands they are making before they invest.
And the weekend is here. Stacey's coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast, letting you know what you can expect in your area. Keep it locked right here.
First Alert Weather Radar, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union.
I'm obsessed with this Olay Hyaluronic Body Wash, and it's 10 times more vitamin B3 complex. Just one shower transforms my skin from dry to intensely moisturized. For me, it's only Olay Moisturizing Body Wash.
Hair hit its breaking point? Pantene Pro-V Miracles formulas are infused with a provitamin complex, plus powerful ingredients like biotin and collagen to repair weak inner hair bonds without the $60 price tag. Give your hair a comeback story with Pantene.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-959-5913. That's 1-800-959-5913, or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-959-5913 now.
When weather is the big story.
An atmospheric river has swollen rivers and streams.
Turn to Apple Valley News Now.
We have live team coverage.
We are on a first alert weather day. Flood warning remains in place for the Yakima River.
The river is continuing to rise.
And all with just one goal, to keep you and your family safe.
Highway 12 near Natchez is no longer passable.
Big story coverage.
Several rescues are also taking place.
Only one station, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
There are monsters out there.
How could the killer just do this and disappear? It's a complete whodunit. He will use every avenue to solve the crime. It's done. He didn't get away with this.
The all-new 2020, tonight on ABC.
Oil executives meet with President Trump today as he's trying to persuade them to invest in Venezuela's massive reserves.
Sources say companies want to ensure a return on their investments. They say the executives want rule of law to keep their employees and equipment safe.
Other demands include political stability, the lifting of sanctions, and financial guarantees. Oil executives want a clear strategy for achieving those goals.
President Trump hopes to build an Upper West Wing, according to the chief architect of East Wing Ballroom. The architect says it would be modest and create symmetry with the East Wing project. The second level would be on top of the colonnade that connects the West Wing to the residence.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday. The weekend is finally here. We have a live look outside on our Central Washington Cam rodeo grounds there in Ellensburg tonight. The permafrost is there, but it's pretty quiet and chilly tonight. 32 degrees. We're at that freezing level with a feels like temperature of 27. So it's cold in Ellensburg tonight. Bundle up. Now, over the weekend, things are pretty mild. We are watching for fog and freezing fog to develop. Based on all these clouds kind of moving in from the coast into our region, you can see that thicker band coming across the Ellensburg area. So early morning hours, we'll worry about that. Overall, quiet on Saturday, but Sunday, we have another atmospheric river. We're going to call this one a Pineapple Express, coming straight from Hawaii. Not nearly as strong as the last couple that we have had, but yet still bringing quite a bit of moisture to our area, especially to our Cascade Mountains. If it does produce the rain that we're thinking, we could see up to 2 inches of rain on top of the couple of feet of snow that just fell in the mountains. So that will increase avalanche risk, and it will melt the snow rapidly, increasing risk for flooding in rivers, creeks, and streams. If you're heading to the west side this weekend, bring your rain gear. You're going to need it. Looks like a rainy weekend in Seattle, but temperatures are pretty pleasant in the 50s and 40s there. 50s in the Portland area, a little overcast, and probably the same thing out on the coast. Overcast conditions with those showers moving in on Monday and that Pineapple Express event that's coming our way. And if you're heading up to the Spokane area, be aware of that fog and freezing fog. 395, I-90, those areas can get slick at times. Let's talk temperatures. It has been warm. It was a warm December. As we get into January now, we're going to see, I don't know if we're going to break records here, but I'll keep a close eye on that. Typically 35 is our average in Ellensburg, and we're going to see temperatures up to 52 degrees on Tuesday. Yakima, very similar. Once again, we've been well above average all month long as we are 9 days into 2026. And in Tri-Cities, here's your temperature trend there. Again, well above the average. 10 plus degrees. So Pretty warm for our January so far. Tonight, though, chilly, so grab the coat. I think I'm hitting the hot tub when I get home. 20s and 30s in the Yakima Kittitas Valley, down in the 20s for Tri-Cities, staying in the lower 30s there for the foothills of the Blues. And your 7-day planner, a little bit overcast, but we could see some sun breaks again. Chilly overnight lows, a slight chance of rain, temperatures increasing, and then we'll start to get a little more seasonal as we get to Friday. Here's what it looks like in Yakima, hitting 50 degrees on Monday with a 30% chance of rain there, staying in the 50s there for about 3 days in a row. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg, staying above the average, hitting 52 on Tuesday. And again, I'll be checking that to see if we break a record. That seems awfully high for January, and looking at a chance of seeing some showers there on Monday. Here's Walla Walla, 49, 55 degrees on Monday. I'm like, let's get out the golf clubs and go hang out and do a little golfing. A little breezy, but other than that, really nice weather in Walla Walla. Hermiston also looking pretty mild as well. Slight chance of rain. So I don't know, mild, weird January, but hey, I'm loving it.
Very odd.
You know, 70 would be about where I'd like to be, but.
Well, you speak it. Who knows? We're not that far off, especially with that one area.
Thoughts are things, so maybe it could happen.
Who knows?
Hopefully not.
He's like, please don't say it again. All right, well, coming up, the Girl Scouts launch cookie season with a rocky new flavor.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's.
Take advantage of special pricing on quality furniture throughout the store, or say yes to no interest, no minimum purchase, and no money down financing.
Going on now at Walker's.
Some recipes come with a little extra chaos.
Steal some and try it. Oh, that was a big bite.
Memories are made in the kitchen.
Little pinch.
Find the right appliance to make more of them at Bread's.
Right now, score big savings on all LG appliances. Whether you're looking for a fridge, dishwasher, or oven, we have the appliances for you in stock, ready to go today. Swing into Fred's Appliance. We're local like you.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Can your pad absorb everything and stay fresh? Always Flex Foam can. It's the only pad made with a flexible foam core that locks in blood and sweat while the top stays dry, keeping you up to 100% leak and odor free. See what foam can do for you.
I used to struggle with dandruff, but now I use Head & Shoulders every wash because the active ingredient in Head & Shoulders fights off the microbes that cause dandruff.
Where do you think you're going?
See? No flakes down here.
Make every wash count.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans start at $20 a month.
A new head coach and a new attitude, but it's still the most exciting game in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle Kraken Hockey.
That's hockey, baby!
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
It is a wild card playoff game.
Texans, Steelers, NFL Wildcard Weekend. Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's.
Save big on Beautyrest Black and Serta iComfort mattress sets. Or say yes to no money down, no minimum purchase, and no interest financing.
Going on now at Walker's.
It's like mountain biking, but in snow. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
All right, the Girl Scouts are unboxing a new cookie flavor for 2026.
I'm excited.
All right. As this year's National Cookie Season kicks off, you will see Explore More's alongside fan favorites in the lineup.
So this is a Rocky Road ice cream inspired sandwich cookie. I'm here for that. Filled with flavors of chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond flavor.
Where do I get some? Girl Scout cookie season runs from January through April. The organization says the cookie sales help teach kids or girls entrepreneurial skills and fund exercises like service projects, troop travel, and summer camp.
That one looks good. I feel like we always have like weird flavors of things.
Yeah, that's not
like,
too out of.
Oh, would you try this?
Marshmallow, toasted almond, and chocolate.
Good.
You had me at, yeah.
I know. Come knocking on our doors, right?
Yeah, I'll buy a box for sure.
We've got it.
All right, still to come. Stay with us. We'll give you a reason to smile as you kick off your weekend.
I think this is my favorite. Hon, what do you think of this?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. Avoid rising interest rates by changing your bathroom, not your home. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Today we're unboxing Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear. Wow! These wavy edges tear so much better than ordinary squares. And it's way softer. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear, definitely recommend. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Ooh, stuffed up again?
So congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Just Sinex? Breathe. What is wow? Sinex, breathe.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now, I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling the Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now, I'm back in the picture. Skyrizi is the only IL-23 inhibitor proven to help achieve remission, meaning few to no symptoms in just 4 weeks for some people. Many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help visibly repair damage of the intestinal lining.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
When weather is the big story.
A highway partially collapsed. Highway 12 near Natchez.
Big story coverage.
The river is continuing to rise.
Only one station.
Several rescues are also taking place.
Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Hollywood's finest, take a spin.
It's gonna be so embarrassing if I'm wrong.
But only the brightest, that's juicing it up, will win.
Am I winning currently right now?
Yeah.
All right. Can we stop now?
All new Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, tonight on ABC.
And welcome back. We always like to end on a high note with your reason to smile. This one comes from our good friend Dee Hahn. Her friend took this out from Depot Bay, and I wanted to show it. I know it's the Oregon coast, but the Oregon coast is beautiful in the wintertime.
I got married on the coast.
You did get married?
Yep.
So a lot of people only go there in the summer, but honestly, I love the Oregon coast in the winter, and there's a great photo to show you why. Again, QR code right there on top of your screen. Thanks to Lifetime Dental. Thank you, Dee, for sending that in, and keep those coming. All right, big weekend weather stories, fog and freezing fog. Other than that, pretty mundane and quiet in all of our lower elevations. Look out for that rain. It's going to start kicking in on Sunday, more so on Monday, but mainly in the Cascades. We might see a couple of sprinkles towards Ellensburg and Yakima, but the rest of us staying dry and spring-like warm, I'm going to call it, guys, because those temperatures in the 50s. It's pretty warm.
Looks like all in all a good weekend ahead then.
All in all, a very good weekend ahead. So enjoy.
Right. That'll do it for us.
Hoping your news is good news.
Have a good night.